Welcome, what is up? Thank you for tuning back into the Chaos Slayer. Of course, I'm Chris Chaos here with the 411 for SmackDown Live, August the 8th, 2017. Cena, Corbin, Daniel Bryan. That's pretty much the open. Cena, however, I gotta give Cena. I gotta give it up to Cena. Like always. Cena does things that I see that are really special that other people probably don't care about. But I'm not going to sit here and put over Cena. I do that all the time. I'm not going to do that right now. I don't like the Baron Corbin's music change. I really liked his old music. Maybe this will grow on me. I don't know. And maybe they will see that, this is they've only used it for, the house shows and then live TV. People will talk about it. Maybe they'll keep it, maybe not. Who knows? Bottom line, Cena, Corbin, SummerSlam. The Usos are just fantastic. Hands down. I don't really understand the whole Ty Dillinger, Sami Zayn combination against the Usos. I don't get it. Especially when you have other tag teams that you could use. But then again, do you really? Because Alpha's gone. Ascension's tied up in something. You could use the Hype Bros. I mean, makes sense to me. The only thing I can think of is that they wanted to use two Canadians on the show. Which I get. You're in Canada. You've got to placate to your audience, your live audience, more so than the audience at home. Let's remember, they want us to watch, and we're watching, but the fact is, they paid a lot of money for those tickets, and especially in a place like Toronto, ticket prices are even higher because it's a major market. It's just like in New York City, LA, Chicago, these prices are so much higher. Anyway, but I love the Usos. I'm glad that they didn't get completely beat down by the New Day, because that, it kind of kills a little bit of their heat. To get completely demolished, even though there is three guys. Let's be honest. I'm not a huge fan anymore of the one-man advantage for the New Day because they're baby faces, but in an instance like this, it doesn't compute like it should. The three-man advantage should always be toward the heels. But because you always want the baby faces fighting an uphill battle, and in this particular situation, we're not getting that. Charlotte and Lana. Well, Lana had an okay match. It was okay. She did okay. The story of this match was basically Charlotte feels like she's way up here and Lana is way down here, and that's the way it went. Lana calls Charlotte to moon the crowd. Let's talk about it. It happened. It was funny. Because shit happens. I distinctly remember The Rock telling the story of being on Monday Night Raw, and I think it was Raw. He went out and he got on the second turnbuckle. He threw his arm up like he always does. The camera pans around to him, and his junk's hanging out of his trunks. Shit happens. He's laughing about it now. Charlotte was already laughing about it. If you go back and watch, when the crowd really started popping, thank you, Lana, clap, 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 thank you, Lana, Charlotte had a smile from ear to ear. Because she knew. What am I going to do? Am I going to get mad about this? I mean, shit happens. And I don't think she didn't expose her whole ass to the crowd. I don't think, because, of course, I couldn't see it from this angle on TV. Everybody on that side of the arena got to see it. I'm sure there's footage of it, and I'm sure that there's pictures of it. We'll see it later. I'm sure. Shane, AJ, Kevin Owens. I don't want to talk about this. It was a great segment. And Kevin Owens is turning into a puppet master. Miz is there. Jericho's there. Kevin Owens is starting. That's all. Mark my words. That's Carmella beats Naomi. Ellsworth returns. This match was way better than I thought it was going to be. I've been riding Carmella for a long time, and basically riding The Office, because The Office is putting her in this spot. I have a problem with the WWE creative team and everybody above the creative team, aka Vince McMahon, that's making these decisions. I question, like I do, because that's what I'm here for, is to question the legitimacy of having Carmella in the spot that she's in. I don't think it makes a lot of sense, because she is not ready for that position. She should not cash in that Money in the Bank for a long time. Tonight, she did good. She needs some consistency. I will say, she can throw a hell of a super kick. I will give her that. The finish, Ellsworth was supposed to push Naomi off the top rope. Naomi fell before Ellsworth got there. At least that was the angle I saw. I don't know what it looked like in the arena, and even from that side or from the other, from this side, you know, you couldn't see. Maybe from the back side it looked okay, but from the camera side it looked awful. So, you know, I gotta throw a flag on Naomi for botching the finish. The Nakamura interview package was really good. You know, with the broken English, it's hard for him to go out and just cut a 2-3 minute promo. I think they're using him the right way. I think next week he has to go out and say something to build this match up. They should have had a stare down at least. I think Nakamura should have went to the commentary table and watched the match, but not got on commentary, obviously. Just showing him in the back. You know, that way Nakamura and Jinder could have got face to face. And also, maybe Rusev could have stepped in, kicked Randy Orton in the head, and then boom, Jinder wins instead of Jinder losing clean. The WWE Champion just lost on SmackDown clean to somebody who's not even in the title mix. This is bad. They are using Jinder awful. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. My thoughts right now on August the 8th, a week and a half from SummerSlam, Jinder Mahal is not leaving New York City with Brooklyn, with the title. He's just not. That night, SummerSlam night, he's not leaving. He's not walking out with the title. So that leaves you with two options. Either Baron Corbin cashes in, or Nakamura wins. Or both. I don't want to see that happen. Because I don't want to see Nakamura even touch the title, because the build has been non-existent. Not for this. This should be big. If this was Nakamura's second title reign, I have no problem with him. Go in, give him the damn title. He deserves it. He's a great worker. But his first title reign, you want to make it special. It's got to mean something. It's got to look like it really means something. And right now, yeah, it doesn't really look like it means worth a shit, just to be honest with you. And once again, I blame creative, I blame Vince, and I blame anybody else that has, you know, I throw a flag on that. But let's see how it goes. If the Nakamura story ends after, well, this Nakamura story will end after SmackDown, or after SummerSlam, or after the SmackDown after SummerSlam. We'll see where it went, and then I can really throw a flag or say, well, I overreacted. But I guarantee you, you haven't seen the last of the overreaction that I'm going to have on this. Anyway, that's all I've got. Make sure to always subscribe to my channel. Also, leave a comment. Give me one of those thumbs up, because those are nice. And then also follow me on Twitter at The Answer Chaos. So, without further ado, that's all I've got for this week. I'll see you guys probably Monday night. So, deuces as always. Chaos out.